Hey everybody, welcome back to my 365 challenge. This is day 261 and I hope everyone is doing as well as can possibly be hoped for under this or any circumstances. So today I'm going to combine my regular 365 challenge with a Dharmajazz post. So Dharmajazz is my channel where I can share some of the tips and tricks I've picked up over the years as a lifelong musician. A lot of the material on Dharmajazz in my teaching, when I teach improvisation and sort of piano, keyboard awareness, keyboard theory, harmony, comes from my book, The Road to Aqaba, Practice Strategies for the Jazz Pianist. So I'm going to use a turnaround from that book today. And this turnaround is the very first turnaround I ever learned from my first jazz piano teacher, Mary Field. Mary Field back in Portland. She was a bebopper, like a hardcore bebopper. She turned me on to Bill Evans and Chick Corea and Keith Jarrett and how to practice, and a couple of things about practice that was really valuable. One was she encouraged to close your eyes. She encouraged me to have a tactile awareness of the keyboard. And she encouraged me to focus on intervallic relationships. She also discouraged me from practicing licks, which, we'll do a whole nother post about that. That's a double-edged sword. Not practicing licks has its benefits, and it also has its drawbacks. And practicing licks has its benefits and a lot of drawbacks, some serious drawbacks to over-practicing licks, to relying on licks. One thing at a time, though. So today's topic is a simple turnaround. If you're already a player or involved in the jazz world or improvising, the idea of a turnaround, 5-1s, 2-5-1s, is not new. If it's a new concept, or you have like, what the F is he talking about? I just wanted to hear some more Beatles or Joni Mitchell covers. Then a turnaround is a little bit of harmony, often put together with melody. Or if you're a melodic player, melody laid over a harmony that signifies a punctuation, end of a phrase, transition. And the classical parlance for that is cadence. So we recognize these simple cadences, simple ends of phrases. And things like, that's a 2-5-1. Okay, so those appear so much, they're ubiquitous in jazz music and improvisational music, that we just shed them. It's part of our meat and potatoes groundwork, grab a shovel kind of work. I'm going to be assisted with two tools today. One is material from my book, The Road to Aqaba, Practice Strategies for the Jazz Pianist. This is in one of the appendices. I have a series of handy 2-5-1s, chord progressions, chord shapes that we can use to shed to just kind of get the ball rolling on the concept. And then my trusty accompanist, the iReal Pro, which I have loaded on my ancient iPad 2, something like that. And the iReal Pro is a great little tool for practice, regardless of what style you use, because you can configure it to do what you need to do. It's not going to be cover everything one-size-fits-all band in the box, but it is a good tool for practice. Works on your iPhone or your Droid device and on the desktop. So I use it a lot. I've actually recorded several 365 posts using it. So let's just jump right in and say this is the first turnaround I ever learned from Mary Field. By the way, hardcore bebopper, she played with Mel Graves and Andre Girard a lot. Rich Moore, Rufus Reid. She was hardcore bopper, and one of her favorite phrases was, "Stop playing that bullshit. Say something real." That's a whole nother conversation. So anyway, let's just jump right in. Quartal turnarounds is our shape today. Let's see what we come up with. This is based on a quartal shape, as I said. A quartal means fourths, so it's a stack of fourths. It's just a shape. And as I've talked before, you can take shapes and just move them around the keyboard in all sorts of configurations. When we take this quartal shape and we put it on the third of a root, 1, 2, 3, it becomes a major chord, 3, 6, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When we put it on the root of a chord, it can function as a minor seventh chord. There's the minor seventh. It's got a fourth in the middle of it, root 4, 7, which doesn't really conflict with this minor third. It'd be different if it were a major third. It would be something totally different. So we're going to use that as both the 2 chord and the 1 chord. That is D minor and C major. And we're going to use a 2-note voicing. It's almost quartal. It's a tritone shape, we say. The 7th and the 3rd for the 5 chord. So together, it's very convenient. We go 2, 5, 1. All right, so that's going to be our trick. I'm going to pick a very simple 2-5 pattern from my iReal Pro. I put some repeats in there, so we'll do it twice each time. We'll do it at 120 beats per minute. I'm going to select 13 repetitions so that we start in one key and we end in the same key after going through all 12 keys via, this is a cool little feature, a transposition of a perfect fourth. That's 5 half steps. Okay? So we go through all 12 keys. We move in perfect fourths. I'm going to play 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put just a simple line with the right hand. I'm just focusing on the chords today. We'll talk about right hand turnarounds or melodic turnarounds another post. Okay, here we go. And I've also selected so I can hear my bass, my drums, 1 bar count in. Sorry, 1 bar count in, and gave it some volume there. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. All 12 keys, back to C. Up a perfect fourth to F. I wonder what if it sounds like down here. You see it's too low, right? B flat. Key of E flat, same voicing. Transposing everything. Up a fourth to A flat. Now D flat. Flat, 2 chord is A flat. Key of B. Key of E. Key of A. To C, back home. About like that. When you're practicing 2/5s, say you're going through this way, it's really best get them solid before you go playing around with them. So, but be careful about hunting and pecking and, you know, double note and getting all goofy with them. Just get them solid on the beat, really confidently. We'll talk about some other comping patterns deliberately, like. But for the time being, get them right on the money. You really go much further that way. Okay, well there you go. I hope that was helpful. Hope you got something useful out of that. Send me a DM, and I will be happy to send you this sheet of handy 251 turnaround shapes suitable for framing or practice. And from my book, no cost, no charge. And yeah, we can just go from there. So take care, stay healthy, wear the frippin' mask. Oh my God. And yeah, stay cool, Jewel. These are wacky times, no question about it. Be the calm in the center of the storm. Take a cue from John Lewis. Yeah, stay cool, Jewel. All right, bye-bye for now.